So hopefully I don't die today. Be really cool to be able to not die so I can get my Chick-fil-A. Hello. How do you even know what CC bike to get for your very first bike? Do you want a Harley? Do you want a sports bike? Do you want a bobber? Do you want a trike? Huh? It can go from a 250cc, 300cc, a 400cc is like now all the beginner bikes. The beginner bikes have changed a lot. Like I said, the standard old beginner bike was a 250. Most famously the Ninja 250. But now there's the 300s that is made from Yamaha, CBR, Kawasaki, everyone and their moms. Then Kawasaki releases a Ninja 400 now. So it's like, it's so confusing what the first bike should be, what you should do. Or if you want to say, you know what, I want to do a turbocharged 1000cc bike, fuck it, just get a fucking H2. It's kind of confusing now for beginners. And I did the standard approach, which, okay, I half and half regret. So I did got a Ninja 250, got a Ninja 300, got a Ninja 650 but a 650 was a tour sport, so it wasn't a super sport. So the way that the power is delivered is separate from like a regular 600. Then after that, I got a R6 for my first 600 bike. Then I was like, I don't really like that. So then I got the 636 Ninja, and I've had 3 of them, 3 ZX6Rs, and I've loved every single one of them. But the problem is, what I regret doing is, you know, that was all within like 4 years. So within 4 years, I went through like 7 bikes, and I got the 250. I had my learning curve where it's like, you go through the battle of like braking too hard and, you know, being hard on the gas, but it's such a low powered bike that you're allowed to do that and get away with it. And that's the point of a starter bike, right? A bike that you can learn on, get used to the feel of it. But then when I went to the 300, then the 650, all the way up until I got finally to the 600s, it didn't feel like I really learned much. So I guess if you are gonna go with the lower powered bikes for your first bike, then only do one. You know, like get a 300, mess around on it for a couple months, then I would say you're ready to go do something, go get a 600. Then other than CC, the type of brand of the bike really doesn't matter. Like, every single bike has stereotypes, just like, you know, cars, right? So if you see a Corvette, then you're in your mind, you're probably like, oh yeah, you know, an old white man owns that, because for some reason Corvettes have been linked to the stereotypes that only old retired people have them. And in the motorcycle community, Gixxers don't have a good rep. They don't, you know, it's just what it is. They don't have a good rep. If you see someone on a Gixxer, you're thinking someone who has flip-flops, no shirt, has a helmet with a spike on it or something, and is doing hood rat shit, which everyone on motorcycles do hood rat shit, and that's fine, that's just what we do. But Gixxers just have a bigger rep of being, you know, that type of bike. So really, to figure out what bike you should get first is, first you need to see how much power you want in the beginning. If you're a tall guy, bigger guy, let's say, or girl, it's like if you're 6'4", 220, you probably don't need a 300, you know? I would say if you're, you know, an average build person or something, then yeah, you can kind of, you know, pick between the lower CC or the higher CC. But for me, I'm 5'8", 145, so I don't want to hop on a 600 that can toss me around super easily right off the bat. So after you figure out what type of power you want, then you go to what type of style do you like, you know? And like, for me, cosmetics is a huge thing, and I think the ZX6Rs are absolutely gorgeous. Take it. Take it. It's gone forever. Do you ever just look at your motorcycle and want to have sex with it? Yeah, me either. That's weird. Whoever said yes, you're weirdos. Y'all need help. Dude, no way that's closed. Oh, I'm going. Oh, I did it. I don't know what part of the road is closed or not. Kawasaki's, because they're so nimble. I can literally just flick this thing around and make it my freaking and it gets the job done. Like these things are insanely fast. I'm about to make this a stunt bike. You know, I'm not gonna rip it to shreds and stuff, but I'm putting a crash cage on it and a sub cage. The parts should get here next week or something. But then if you like the sharpness of the R6, like the R6, R1s are really dope bikes. Like, I think they look so cool. When it comes to cosmetics, like, that's just your opinion about, oh, it's Sunday. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Fuck. Chick-fil-A's closed, guys. You guys didn't remind me. Chick-fil-A's so bad. I don't know what to do with my life now. Chick-fil-A, why are you closed on Sundays? Dreams do not come true, guys. Dreams do not come true. And the R6 looks so cool, like, but for me, I don't like how the seat is. The seats on an R6 are wide. They're so wide, and for me, it's hard to flat foot on R6. So I personally didn't go with the R6, or I didn't keep my R6 for too long because of that fact. The CBRs, I've just never owned one, because after I got the R6, I went to a Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R for the first time, and I loved it. I just loved the bike. Everything about the bike was absolutely perfect. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything about it. Like, I love them. I say they're really fast. They're obviously faster than the 600. What up, buddy? Whew. They're faster than the regular 600 because it's a 636, or it's 36 more cc, obviously. Yeah, I like his helmet. His helmet's dope. So out of the sport bike category, what is the best starter bike? I don't know. I mean, it's such a open-ended question. I mean, you can even break it down to like your personality type. If you have a lot of willpower or not. Like, can you control yourself? Because if you can control yourself and you're good at pacing yourself and taking time, then just go for the 600. There's no point to go to 300 just to get rid of it in a couple months to get a 600 then. You know? Like, if you can take your time with learning it and not, you know, be a dickhead off the back, then I don't see a reason why you can't get a 600. But if you're someone who you know is gonna press your luck a few times, then you might want to start with the 300. Just because if you crash it, it's not that expensive, and you know, it's a 300. That's what you do. Lower cc sport bikes are fun to just throw around. They're so light. You can, like, if you're about to fall, you can literally just catch yourself. These 600s and up are like 400 or 500 pounds. And I'm telling you, they get heavy. Engine wise, all 300s are gonna perform like right there next to each other. So there's no better 300 to get, you know. Same with 600s. Like, if you get a Gixxer 600 and a Yamaha R6, like, they're right next to each other at the finish line. I'm saying all stock, like no mods, no nothing. And I really don't think R6 owners have a bad rep. Kawasaki, you know, people, kind of the go-to motorcycle, I feel like, in my opinion. So everyone's like, oh, like, don't get a Kawasaki, or you're like everybody else, or you're a Kawi fanboy, whatever. It's just, if this is the best 600 liter bike out, then, you know, I'm gonna do it, in my opinion, right? I can throw this thing around. Like, Kawis are just so nimble. You can literally do whatever you want to them, and they're awesome, man. So I would recommend the Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R if you don't want a smaller bike. If you want to start out, you know, with the 600s, I would definitely get the Ninja, because I tried the R6, didn't like it, and I've had a Ninja ever since, and it is hands down treated me the best. He had a 300 Ninja. See, that guy was probably like, I would say 6 foot. He looked pretty big, and he's rocking a Ninja 300. Like, it's all your preference. Like, if you don't need that much power, then yeah, go for the 300. For me, I liked having the 250 to start out in the way as my very first bike, because I wasn't scared of ruining it. And there was many times where I almost crashed, but the bike was so light that I was able to save it. And I even dropped the bike standing. I forgot to put the kickstand down and I dropped it. But those are just things that you go through as a new bike owner. You know, it sounds dumb to do, like, what, you just dropped your bike, you got off of it. But, you know, like, I wasn't used to it yet. And you don't want to make that mistake on a 600 or a 1000 or whatever that you decide to go for that's more in the expensive range, because you drop this thing, dude, like thousands of dollars just out of, oh dog, hi puppy. This is always a struggle, trying to figure out how you're gonna put food in without spilling shit. Oh, if I put it sideways, all the sauce is gonna come out. Fuck. Yeah, that looks terrible. We gotta stay pretty, boys. Where's my key? I might need my key. I wonder what it's like to have a parent. And whatever bike that you do decide to get, it's a motorcycle. Like, it's gonna be dope. Hey, it's a motorcycle. It's gonna be dope. You know, there's really no wrong answer in this. So the best thing you can do is, like, if you don't know if you want a 300 or 600 yet, grab the 300 or test ride the 300. Like, go to a local dealership or whatever, or find a friend, or, you know, do whatever you need to do. Get your hands on the 300 and ride it and see if you like it. If you like that power, then fucking lit. Guys, 1 like and I'll go talk to that girl. Too late. But I would definitely suggest test riding a 300 first before the 600. Because if you're brand new to bikes and you're trying to figure out what type of bike you want, and you go directly to the 600 on the test ride, and the bike isn't yours yet, it's kind of scary. So get on a 300, mess around with it. If you're like, yeah, this is weak, and you can feel it being weak, and you know that you can handle more, then whatever. They see me talking to myself, I'm like, what the fuck? I would definitely go with Kawasaki. If I would have grabbed a first starter bike, I would do Kawasaki. And maybe I'm biased because that's what I did. Like, I got a Kawasaki for my first bike and I loved it. So, you know, whatever. Just 100 definite no's for the first bikes is anything 1000. 1000 and up, don't get it. Unless it's like a Harley, because like Harleys and Bombers and stuff like that, you can be high in the CC range and it's not like a sport bike, so the CCs are like, eh. But yeah, for your very first bike, we're talking about sport bikes, don't jump on a CBR 1000 or an H2 to where it's a supercharged 1000cc bike, or a fucking Busa. It just depends what you want, man. What do you like? A lot of people don't know what they like. I like this. So if you want this as your first bike, click somewhere. Just kidding, I don't have a link anywhere for you. Get a bike, tell me which one you got, let me know what you decided. Like I said, you want a bike, first figure out what CC you want, how much power do you want, then figure out your style. What type of style bike do you want, and like, how do you want it to move? Once you figure those out, it helps so much more deciding what type of bike you get. So if you want the 600 class and you're skipping the 300s, then all that is about which one do you think looks cooler, basically. Then if you get on the bike you think that looks cool, like an R6, and you test ride it and you don't really like it, then go to the next one, you know. But I said, my opinion, Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R.